Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the 2000 direct-to-video movie Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, The Adventure Begins. The movie is directed by Tad Stones and written by Mark McCorkle, Rob Shuley, Bill Motz, and Bob Roth. And this movie is pretty much... shows what Buzz Lightyear is to the Toy Story movie franchise. Like I guess he's a popular movie character in the Toy Story franchise. And at the beginning of the movie, Andy's toys are getting ready to watch the Buzz Lightyear movie on video and everything. And pretty much that's what the whole movie is. This story of Buzz Lightyear. In the movie, at the beginning of the movie, he and his partner are facing off with Zurg, and his partner gets killed in battle and everything. So the rest of the movie, it's Buzz trying to tell the people at Star Command that he doesn't want another partner, but other characters are trying to team up with him. Everything, and he's finally having to accept that he needs new partners and stuff and everything, and trying to stop Zurg from using this thing called the Unimind that turns everything evil and everything. This is an alright movie. It's not one that I really love. I used to love it a lot when I was a kid. Which is not as good as it used to be to me and everything, but it's still an okay watch it. I watch it maybe once every 10 years or so now. Last time I watched it was probably in 2009. I probably won't watch it again for another 10 years or so. It's just not one of my favorite movies. The voice cast is alright. Tim Allen returns as Buzz. He's the highlight of the movie, really, to me. Nicole Sullivan does the voice of Mira Nova, who is a female rookie Star Command officer. And XR is voiced by Larry Miller. He's a robot that the little green men, which are the aliens that are in the Toy Story movies, little rubber Pizza Planet aliens, are in this as alien characters in Buzz's movie universe, and they just call them the LGMs, which stands for Little Green Men. They're voiced by Patrick Warburton, but they build a robot for Buzz, saying that way he could have a partner and everything that won't die and everything. And Larry Miller does the voice of XR. I think he does an okay job doing his voice. Stephen First does the voice of Booster, who's this janitor that wants to be a space ranger and everything, and he ends up helping Buzz out throughout this movie and becoming a space ranger and everything. And he does decent. He fits the role okay. Adam Carolla does the voice of Commander Nebula, who is the leader of Star Command and everything, and he's alright. He won one of the characters I really liked a lot as a kid and everything, but Adam Carolla does a decent job doing his voice. Buzz's sidekick, Warp Dark Matter, is played by Diedrich Bader, and he does a pretty good job as this character and everything. There's a twist in the movie where we find out that Warp is actually still alive and that he's been working for Zurg all along and everything. I kind of like that twist a little bit and everything, although nowadays when I rewatch it, I kind of can see it coming. Back when I was a kid, I couldn't, but of course I've seen the movie many times, but there's signs in there that make it obvious that he's bad and everything, but I think he did a good job as the voice of Warp Dark Matter. Wayne Knight, who did the voice of Owl in Toy Story 2, does the voice of Zurg in this, and he does a pretty good job. They do a good job changing his voice around where it's kind of hard to tell that it's him and everything, but I think he does a decent job and everything. But this movie was like supposed to be the first 3 episodes of the Buzz Lightyear TV show, which aired in the early 2000s for like 1 or 2 seasons. I used to watch it every day before school and everything. It was always on in the morning and everything. It was one of my favorite shows back then. Nowadays, I don't know that I would like the show as much. When Patrick Warburton took over doing the voice of Buzz in the show, he was originally supposed to do it in this movie, but Tim Allen agreed to do the movie, but he didn't agree to come back for the show and everything. But overall, I think this is an alright movie. It's not one that I really like a lot or I'd want to rewatch. I think it's a really good one for kids, though. I think kids who love Buzz Lightyear will love it and everything. And I was never really a huge Buzz fan growing up. I was always more of a Woody fan, but I did love this movie and everything. And there's some pretty cool references to Star Wars and Star Trek and stuff like that too. So that's another thing I like about it. It has a pretty good feel, sci-fi feel to it, and it has a pretty cool opening where they're in Andy's room and everything, and Rex is trying to get them to put the tape in because he's excited about watching the movie and everything, and I thought it was pretty cool. It didn't feature all of the returning voice cast, so Jim Hanks, who is Tom Hanks' brother, did the voice of Woody. And to be honest, I would have never really known the difference until I had found out a few years ago and everything. And now I can sort of hear it, but he does sound a lot like Tom Hanks in this and everything. And Andrew Stanton, who directed Finding Nemo and WALL-E, does the voice of Ham in this. And I never would have known that either, except for when I was looking it up to write stuff down for this review and everything. So I thought that was kind of interesting too. But all in all, I think this is an okay movie. It's, like I said, it's not a great one, but if it's good for kids, especially if they love Buzz Lightyear and everything, because I know a lot of kids, he's probably their favorite character. It's pretty interesting, and like I said, it was a lot more fun when I was a kid, but it's just not one of my most favorites now. I'd say I'd give Buzz Lightyear Star Command Adventure Begins a 6.5 out of 10, because it's just not as good to me as it used to be. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and if there's any other movie reviews, top 10 lists, or movie series rankings you want me to do, let me know in the comments, and I'll get to them as quick as I can. And also, one more thing I forgot to mention, the score by Adam Berry is actually one of the things I do really like about the movie. He brings this really adventurous tone. I love Buzz's theme music and stuff. It just really sets a good tone for the movie and everything. So I will say that the score is one of the best things about it. And the animation doesn't look terrible. I mean, you can tell it was made for a Saturday morning cartoon show and everything, but it doesn't look absolutely terrible to me. And everything like some of these direct-to-video movies were and everything. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this review, and have a good day, everybody.